welcome back. This room is a disaster area. So I just wanted to jump on really quick for the intro to tell you guys that this is going to be like a normal thing on my channel. I don't know that I'll always share it with you, to be honest with you. But here's what the situation is. And I mentioned this before, so if you're new and you're just joining us because you're stuck in your house and you're just watching every video possible, hi, my name is Jeri-Ann. My husband Jim and I live in mid-Missouri. That we moved here from Long Island, New York after we lost our home in Superstorm Sandy. We live with Jim's mom. Jim's an only child, so we're here living with her to help take care of her. Okay. Started my YouTube channel in December of 2016. And ever since, we've just been doing everything we can every day. So that's the background. No, the background is before each holiday season or crafting season is really what it is. I clean up from the previous crafting season so that I don't get, St. Patrick's Day stuff stuck in my Valentine's Day box and such and such. So I didn't share with you that I put away after Christmas and I've done after Valentine's Day, but what I didn't do was after St. Patrick's Day. I just was crafting. We were trying to prepare for like this, the virus, was it coming to the United States or all of this stuff. So I also brought in so much spring and Easter stuff that it's gotten to be like just super overwhelming. Thank you, Jim. I have not had the opportunity to put away and organize. The other thing is at the beginning of each decorating season, what I do is, you guys know, I get most of my supplies from the Dollar Tree and Dollar General and some from Walmart. And most of that stuff comes out way before the holiday season. Like when, it was still Valentine's Day and Easter stuff was coming out. So what I usually do is I get big shopping bags like this one from the Dollar Tree, and I put everything that I buy for Easter in it. Then when I'm getting ready to craft at the beginning of the season, what I do is I go through all my Easter decor, and I put what is actually like, I'm not going to DIY, just decor and like the Easter eggs and the candy or whatever. I put that in a separate bag, and then I put that out in my guest room for when I go to decorate. Then I usually organize all of the crafting stuff. Well, turns out I didn't get a chance to do that. And it has gotten crazy. And I've been DIYing with it. So I've been digging through things. There's things here. There's things there. I still do have Easter DIYs, even though Easter is like 2 weeks away from today. I'm filming this on Sunday. But I know that I still have stuff that I want to do. We haven't decorated for Easter yet, other than the DIYs that I've made. And I have to just get it all under control. I also do know that so many people are stuck inside, and I have friends that I can donate some supplies to that maybe they can go and start crafting as they're being shut in. So we're going to do that. We're going to do like a big purge. We're going to do a big organizing, and then we're going to take you along, and hopefully you guys will enjoy this. So stay tuned. So I think I mentioned it in a previous vlog that I wasn't going to share any of this until this project was done. Today being June 28th, 2020, when I'm doing this voiceover, we are just about finished. Now the end is in sight. It's really just the wiping down of the furniture, the vacuuming, and then the rest of my desk, since it's always the last step in the process. Because what I do is, and hopefully this will motivate you, this will help you, it's okay to make what looks like a mess while you're cleaning up a mess. So I will mention in plenty of vlogs to come that there are just some things that I've purchased recently, or things that I have done that the Dollar Tree sells differently, that they never sold before, that I didn't previously have storage for. So the process is putting the stuff on the table until I can decide how much of it I have. And I think the perfect example is the Dollar Tree started carrying all those great DIY banners. They come in burlap, two different shapes of burlap, two different kinds of felt. One's got holes, one doesn't, little felt flags, and so on and so forth. And I wanted to get all of that stuff together before I could figure out what kind of container I needed to put it in. So I am loving the fact that we're purging. I'm so glad to be a blessing onto others. If I can't use it anymore, or if I don't use it anymore, I feel like I'm at a position now where I can just pass it on and be, like I said, be a blessing to others. Are we like, trying to not be wasteful, obviously, but we're also trying not to be hoarding. So there's, most of us live in that area between hoarding and being wasteful. Hopefully you guys live there too, and it's a comfortable space for you. But this particular project, like, I feel like doing this, and I will mention it again, is sort of a project of evolution. You constantly are just doing your craft space over and over again. No matter how I can get into this rhythm of cleaning up as soon as I'm done, there are just going to be inevitably times where I'm not going to be able to clean up as soon as I'm done. I'm not going to be able to put something away as soon as I bring it home. And it will just get to the point where it needs to be done again and again. Now, depending on how I'm feeling about being creative as opposed to being organized, sometimes my organized self just overrules my creative self, and I just need to like do this thing where I just do this purge, clean, and organize, make my life as simple as possible. Because I'll tell you, I do love to create in a space that is clean and organized. I don't really like that that I have to clean up before I can create. So I should really try to force myself to get into a better habit of it. But look, I also give myself the grace to know I do what I can when I can. I am aware of my limitations. I try not to let them hold me back as much as they want to hold me back, which is important. But I also know that I need to give myself grace when I fall short, or when I falter, or when I fail. So I think my art teacher in high school said, if at first you don't succeed, cut off your head and watch you bleed. That being said, that is not a philosophy I've carried up until my adulthood. Practice makes perfection is also not one of them. Practice makes progress is what I like to say. So now what I'm doing is, because it's the time, it's getting closer to my party, I'm wanting to get this space clean so that I can do party-specific DIYs. I'm trying to get rid of, not get rid of, but put away the seasonal items from the past seasons, where after my party, it's really going to start to be fall. I know my party is not until, my birthday's not until almost the middle of July, but then the fall stuff just comes out so early, so we start fall DIYing sometime towards the end of July. So it just goes from season to season. So as soon as I'm done with my birthday stuff, it's going to be time to start doing that and getting ready for Halloween and back to school. So it's best to just get rid of all this, downsize all that we can. Jim, as you know, is such an amazing blessing to me. He has just been my support and my rock through all of this. We don't always see eye to eye, and that's just marriage. That's what makes us the yin and the yang of it all. He is got a military child's background where you're constantly moving every 3 years and just getting rid of everything, so you don't have to take it with you and you don't have to pack it. I, of course, have the 100% opposite view, being living in the same house for 42 years. So, you kind of like never the twain shall meet when it comes to those two philosophies. So as long as I am making an attempt to
purge, get rid of stuff as I bring stuff in, or use stuff as I bring stuff in, he's fine with that. He really is. He's very supportive of what I feel like I need to do to be creative. He is also kind of a good organizer. He is very mindful of what, like things to put where, or like this won't be practical to put that there because every time you open the door, it'll get in the way and stuff like that. So he sees things very like logical like that, which is kind of good. But of course, he wants me to just get rid of everything and throw everything out in the garbage and start over. And if I haven't used it in 5 minutes, I'm not going to be able to keep it, which isn't going to happen. But we have lots of videos coming up in this series. I'm hoping to make it this whole week, to make it this purge organizing sort of video. I have so far, because this is 29th, I have so far given away bags and bags and boxes of stuff to my friends at the nutrition center, which is basically an apartment building for people with on disability and with medical needs, and on low incomes and stuff. So it's really, I feel like I could really be a blessing to them as well. It's kind of good. They have a community table where they can put things out. We basically gave these to my friend with container of wipes so she can just wipe everything down, just to make sure that we aren't passing anything on, which was really good. Now I've gotten rid of the stuff on this couch, the stuff on this room, that this first stage that we're doing, and I think I might have mentioned it, is that what we're dealing with is just like the bags and boxes of stuff that have been brought in and not put away. This is March 29th, so there's like the Easter DIY stuff that we have to keep out, but there's St. Patrick's Day stuff that has to get put away, and spring stuff that has to get put away, and even Christmas stuff that really wasn't put away properly. So Valentine's Day, all that stuff. Valentine's Day, I did purge at Valentine's Day because I ended up gifting a ton of stuff. That's about the time that we started to self-quarantine, and I knew that I wanted to be able to give them stuff that they could do projects for Valentine's Day. So I did all my Valentine's Day purging before Valentine's Day so I can give her stuff to basically put a blessing onto the apartment building for Valentine's Day. But since it was just Easter and Christmas, some Christmas stuff left over, but Easter and St. Patrick's Day was all just everywhere. Also, all of the new wood pieces from the Dollar Tree, I did start buying them last year in Texas, but it was sort of like I had to create a space for them to go. So in the next upcoming videos, you'll see that we redid that closet storage to accommodate for some of the new items that the Dollar Tree started carrying that we just didn't have an organized space for before. We decided to prioritize. I was gifted so much beautiful craft stuff from a bunch of subscribers and video, like YouTube family members. I love you guys so much. But I was finding that I wasn't using a lot of it in my DIYs because I was trying to stick to mostly Dollar Tree products. So if it was something that I just felt like, well, if it was something I felt like I couldn't get rid of, I just kept it. But if it was something that I felt like that the Dollar Tree now had a compatible item that I can go ahead and be a blessing onto someone else, and just pass it on. So I was able to do that, but that will be an upcoming video. You guys haven't seen that yet. So for right now, we are just working like a team. We're getting rid of lots of things that are on the couch. Another thing that we've had is kind of like an influx of the fabric. The Dollar Tree started carrying fat quarters. Picked up some fat quarters at Walmart, and lots of scarves and stuff we were able to find, plus some remnant fabrics at Walmart as well. So we're able to just really consolidate all of that, trying to do a better way to organize all of those things. So if you guys have better. It really did. And we made it better. And you'll see how we're going to make it better here in a minute. But I like to be able to get Dollar Tree containers for storage. So not just like storage containers, but different containers for storage. So what I'm going to use is a combination of like what would be almost like party baskets, as well as like foldable shoe boxes, foldable containers and shoe boxes as well. Now I just realized this might be your very first introduction to me because of the title or the way that the algorithm goes. So hi, my name is Jeri-Ann. I spend a lot of time in my nightgowns. I don't ever put on makeup, and this is how much I brush my hair. So that's my husband, Jim. He's helping. We have what was a secondary guest room office space that we have turned into the craft room office space. And it has really been working for us for the last 2 years. However, it constantly is a work in progress where we need to reorganize. We get different types of supplies. We get rid of supplies that we're not using anymore. And this is just something that we do at least twice a year. At least twice a year. We do a big purge. And, well, actually, we do a big organizing. This is the first time that I'm really able to do, or felt like I'm able to do, a huge purge. I mentioned that for a long time we just held on to whatever we could because we didn't know what our financial situation would be like for the future. But now we realize that we are in a little bit better of a place where we could replace things if we needed to. So we're getting rid of things that we're just not using. This is the first stage in the process. This was back in March. This is actually just the whole cleaning process. But what I have in my office space is a convertible couch from Walmart. It's the kind that lays down and becomes like a full-size bed. It is the leather kind with armrests with a cup holder in it, in case you're ever looking for it. We have a pair of bookcases from Walmart as well, as well as a old kitchen table it's what I work on. And the kitchen table currently has a bookcase on top of it to give me additional storage. Yes, it is blocking some of my window, but because of the light fluctuation in and out of this room, with filming, I never really open that window anyway. I have a file cabinet with a TV on it across from me so I can watch TV while I'm working. I have a cart with my Cricut on it to my right that was gifted by a beautiful subscriber. And the Cricut was a gift from my family in Texas, which my best friend and her family, which is sitting on the right of my table. Underneath my table, I have a little black cart with my sewing machine that was gifted by a friend from YouTube. And behind me is a apple barrel type of basket with pool noodles in it that holds all my wreath forms next to the couch, between the couch and the coffee and the one bookshelf. And then across from me, if you could see it behind my husband, is a storage system from IKEA. It is 16 cubbies is what I call them. I call the openings cubbies, and I call the little boxes cubies. Not even on purpose, they're just cube shaped, so that's what I always ended up calling them. Not too long ago, we did replace old boxes that I actually had from New York pre-flood. IKEA's previous storage boxes that they had that were like cardboard and had lids. But I found these were less expensive, and Eden had them. And other than the fact that occasionally you can get the zipper caught and it opens on the bottom, if you're not careful, I love them. They fill up the whole cube better than the ones with the lid. They have really great handles on them, and they're open. So I can not have to worry about constantly taking a lid on and off. I love them so much. They don't have a place for a label, so I took Michael's Dollar Spot. They had these chalkboard labels with clothespins on them. You got 2 for $1, and that's what I'm using to distinguish the labels, to label the boxes that I have there. What I have in those boxes are my seasonal decor DIY pieces. I have one for Americana, one for autumn. I have boxed art, 3 Christmas boxes, an Easter box, 2 floral boxes, which has like floral foam and pot and clay pots and such, all the things you could need for floral work. And as well as, I said Easter already, then floral, and then miscellaneous, paint, Halloween, 2 Halloween boxes, because we love Halloween around here almost as much as Christmas. Well, both. Well, equal. I don't know. It's up for debate. But then I have a box with paints in them, and then a box for Valentine's Day and such. So, and now a new box, but we'll get to that. We haven't gotten to that yet. I used to have a paper craft box, which is gone, and a ribbon box and a burlap ribbon box. So, but you'll see coming up in the next few videos that we've made some changes to that area. On top of the bookcase, I have Dollar Tree's the stackable big baskets that, you know, you can turn each direction. And each one of them, there's 5 of them up there that have flowers in it. Sort of how you could see them displayed on at the Dollar Tree. I have them divided by seasons and types of flowers. Like the whole basket on the right is just greenery. The whole basket on the right is just greenery, and like accent flowers, like baby's breath and stuff is in with the greenery. And then across from where we're both working, over to the right side of what would be off to the right side of the camera, the entire camera, is a old dresser next to a closet. The old dresser is painted black with black chalk paint, so I could write on it with chalk if I want to, but what's in that dresser is all of my fabric. I have my fabric folded in sort of the Marie Kondo, sort of the KonMari system, where you fold everything in thirds so that the folds are up and it's lined up like a file cabinet. I love that method. On top of that are wicker baskets that have different random things in them. So one of the baskets has like my containers of washi tape. One of them has like broken plates that I'm using for mosaics. And then one of them has like miscellaneous baskets. Next to that is a pile of chargers and plates for doing DIYs. Behind it is sewing notions in beautiful tins. And to the right of it is a wiry basket that's lined that has all of my tall things in it. Mop handles and contact paper and such.
So that is almost the end of stage 1. I'm going to go through this and then get the stuff off my table, and then we'll head to stage 2. So stage 2 is going to be, well, stage 1 was the bulk items and sort of doing a primary or a primary separation of like all of the Easter stuff is in the hallway. All the stuff that needs to get put away in the closet is over by the closet, and so forth. The secondary steps are to actually go through the things, give away, decide what I'm keeping, decide what I want to give away. And then the tertiary, or the third step, is to actually put it away. Actually put it away, get everything done and organized. That probably won't happen on today with Jimmy's day off. I may start the secondary portion, which is like going through the stuff that I have, but I was in the middle of a DIY from yesterday that I'd like to finish, so I'm kind of like, what do I do? So if that's it for today, then I would just like to say thank you all for joining us. I hopefully motivated you to take this time that you're stuck home and to go ahead and go through everything that you have, get rid of what you think someone else could use. I'm hoping that this stuff could go to some people who are shut in and could actually benefit them to, you know, go ahead and craft and create and do something while they're home, stuck at home. So, and look, if you have any questions, you know where they go. If you have anybody you know might be interested in getting motivated to get rid of all their stuff, definitely share this video. And as always, you guys take care. God bless, and we'll see you next time. Bye.